This video covers chapters 8 and 9 of my book, How to Sue the Government. These chapters are about drafting your complaint. The document the plaintiff files is called a complaint. If the defendant is a government agency, it's called an administrative complaint. Here is where you tell the plaintiff's side of the story. And people always like to tell their side of the story. So make a section D, statement of claims. Write your claims using the IRAC method. IRAC stands for issue, rule, application or analysis, and conclusion. The issue is the legal problem or question. It is what is in controversy. It is what you say and the defendant says the opposite. Start with the phrase, the issue is whether, then state the legal conclusion you wish the court to reach. In federal question jurisdiction, the legal conclusion is usually that an agency action was not in compliance, was not compliant with statutes, regulations, policies, or procedures. Then connect to the relevant facts. In other words, your story. The issue is whether the National Aardvark Agency was compliant with 99 CFR section 9999 when it drafted the plaintiff's dear pet aardvark Norbert for a White House mission. Okay, the rule is the laws or legal rules that apply to the legal problem, e.g. in other words, the statute, regulation, policy, or procedure. 99 CFR 9999 allows the National Aardvark Agency to draft aardvarks in times of national crisis. Okay, the analysis is the longest and most important section. Tell your story, the specific circumstances of the case. Present evidence to support your argument. In other words, draw the links from your story to the laws or to a previous case, if you're doing case law or stare decisis. Use the words because, as, and since. Okay. When an ant and termite infestation was discovered in the east wing of the White House, the National Aardvark Agency sought an aardvark to patrol the east wing at night because aardvarks are nocturnal and eat ants and termites. Norbert was seized by the agency as the plaintiff and her beloved pet were on their nightly walk along Pennsylvania Avenue. However, the seizure was unlawful since an ant and termite infestation is not a national crisis. Your analysis must present factual allegations, not naked assertions. A claim has facial plausibility when the plaintiff pleads factual content that allows the court to draw the reasonable inference that the defendant is liable for the misconduct alleged. In the conclusion, describe what the judge should decide based on the information provided above. In my National Science Foundation case, the conclusion is plaintiff's SBIR proposal number 1938503 was submitted to the agency on June 13th, 2019 and declined October 18th, 2019. Agency's staff assigned unqualified reviewers who lacked expertise in the particular fields of the proposal, an action not in compliance with agency policies, procedures, and solicitations. It is essential that your conclusion describe a final agency action Without a final agency action, the judge will dismiss your case. The Supreme Court in Bennett versus Speer, 1997, made this test. As a general matter, 2 conditions must be satisfied for an agency action to be final. First, the action must mark the consummation of the agency's decision-making process. It must not be of a merely tentative or interlocutory nature. And second, the action must be one by which rights and obligations have been determined, or from which legal consequences will flow. Looking again at the conclusion of my National Science Foundation case claim, the first sentence described the consummation of the agency's decision-making process. Plaintiff's SBIR proposal was declined. The second sentence describes the action from which legal consequences will flow. Agency staff assigned unqualified reviewers who lacked expertise in the particular fields of the proposal, in action not in compliance with agency policies, procedures, and solicitations. Okay. Now write as many claims as you need. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about harm caused by defendant. Make a new section between the statement of claims and the request for relief. Call this section harm caused by defendant. Don't pull your punches here. State clearly how you've suffered. Okay. Now the next section is the request for relief, which is what you're asking the court to do. So if you're seeking injunctive relief under the APA in U.S. District Court, ask the court to order the federal agency to do something or to not do something. If you're seeking monetary damages under the Tucker Act in the Court of Federal Claims, list how much money you've lost. Include interest unless you're filing under the Federal Tort Claims Act. Now, here in my book, How to Sue the Government, I show how to make a spreadsheet and calculate out compounded interest with, I have a formula and everything in this spreadsheet for you. And I say that if you're not good at math, just hire someone on Upwork to make a spreadsheet for you. And then the last part of the complaint is the plaintiff's signature, and there should be a boilerplate paragraph to copy, and then sign and date the document. Look below the video for a link to buy my book on Amazon. Look for a button to click to watch the next video. And please click the subscribe button below the video so that I get a share of the revenue from the ads you've seen. I also have a Facebook page, How to Sue the Government. I'm on X following the hashtag How to Sue the Government, and my website is howtosuethegovernment.com.